Hi learners, very good morning. Welcome to Unified Study. This is Thulasi doing foundation series on paper 1 for upcoming June 2024 NET examination. To join, yes, good morning, Vetri Children, Sasi, Devanai, Hemant, Sarvanaraj. Very good morning, everyone. Good morning. Okay, so today we'll start with a quote on keep going and trust yourself. When you trust yourself, your time will come. That time you can enjoy, right? So keep going, don't stop. Whether you fail here or you get some negative things, don't worry, keep going and trust yourself. Whatever things you are doing, trust on yourself, right? Your time will come. At that time we can take the fruit. Yes, with this quote we are going to start today. And good morning, Elizabeth. Soumya, very good morning. Soumya, yesterday you asked about Jigjaw strategy, right? Actually, I did not I failed to answer you. And before that, I closed the class. Now I'll start with that one. Okay. Yes. So this is yesterday's question. Very few have answered. I think I have included so many questions. That's why very few answered. NCF means National Curriculum Framework. The main purpose of this NCF is to give the highest quality education for the children of Indian people. Okay, where we can have equitable, inclusive and plural society. For everyone, it had the education has to be common, right? So that we can attain a quality education. So how this can be attained? For that there is a committee to frame the curriculum. So in that curriculum they'll be having how many hours they have to spend for language, for the major, for the extracurricular, extension activities. All these things will be covered in the term called curriculum. So this national curriculum will be mainly meant to set a curriculum for the school children, which has to be the highest quality. That is the purpose of National Curriculum Framework. And according to NEP 2020, National Education Policy 2020, the NEP has formed 4 different curriculum frameworks for early childhood care and education, that is ECCE. You can remember in that way. And then for school education, and then for teacher education, and then for adult education. So for all these 4 education things, right, there is a curriculum framework has been formed at national level. Okay, and these are the different years where national curriculum framework has been done: 1975, 1988, 2000 and 2005. And in NEP 2020 they have given these 4 different national curriculum frameworks, right? So this is something regarding your teaching aptitude. This question will be okay, right? Clear? Yes, very good. So and then I move to the question which yesterday Soumya asked me. Soumya asked me 1 minute. It is Jigjaw strategy. It means what? Strategy. Okay, say example, in a classroom there are 3 different groups of people. Okay, I have made my classroom, this is my classroom. So I have made my classroom into 3 different groups. So say what is this group is? This group is very good in communication. Okay, this group of people are very good in communication, and this group of people is very good in doing aptitude, and this group is very good in doing technical things. Clear? Yes. But these people, the aptitude people who are good, they will not be good in communication and technical. So what can be done is, I can take an expert from this group, and that student can be sent here to teach aptitude, to teach communication. So similarly, what he can be done, one person from this group can be sent to technical, and there he can be taught about aptitude. And again, from one student from this group, he can be sent to communication team, and there he will be teaching technical things. So what happens, each person, and this person we call it as an expert. So expert from each group can be sent to other teams, and so that they can also get knowledge about that particular concept. So what happened? This Jigjaw strategy is a example of cooperative learning. Yesterday we did, right? Cooperative learning. Yes. Yes. So this is an example of cooperative learning. I hope I have cleared your doubts, Soumya. Soumya Shaktivel. So this we call it as Jigjaw strategy. This is all modern way, not modern way. Usually we used to do in the class, but there is a term for this one. It's called Jigjaw strategy. Hope clear? Yes. Okay. For others also it will be very useful. Please kindly note on the strategy. Yesterday we saw fishbowl strategy and this is Jigjaw strategy. Yes, very good. Now we move to the question answers, and these are the schedule of the this week class and the next week class. So you can just join at 10 o'clock for the session, and tomorrow we don't have class. If you see here, you can see in the schedule, tomorrow we don't have class. Instead of tomorrow, we'll have class on 3rd of March, 3rd of February. Okay. So tomorrow we don't have class. For that, I compensate on Saturday. Saturday at 10 o'clock, we will have the class. Okay. Yes. Very good. So this is the first question. Today we are going to see questions from research aptitude. Start doing. Research conducted after careful inquiry. After careful inquiry is known as dash. Thank you. Learners, those who are new to the platform, new to the channel, please kindly subscribe the channel, and you can also like the session and share with your friends so that everyone can learn together. Hi Archana ma'am, how are you? Yes. Research conducted after careful inquiry is known as dash. Waiting for the answers, think and answer me. Yes, waiting for the answers. Okay, yes. I'm getting mixed answers between 3 and 2, 3 and 2, 3 and 2. Okay. The right answer for this question is option A. Right answer for this question is option A, applied research. You may get confused between applied research and action research. I will tell you. So what do you mean by an applied research? Before getting into applied research, can you tell me what is this? This is nothing but a bulb, right? I used to give this traditional example. This is a bulb, right? Which what Thomas Alva Edison discovered or invented. And after this bulb has come, right? As this is the same bulb we are using in all the places? No, right? Because in every different place we need a different kind of energy that we need. Say example, in a living room we need to have a bright light. In a study room we have different kind of light, and when you go to bedroom we have to have a light, dim light, and when you want to have for a drawing room we need to have a bright light. So different areas we need different kinds of light. So that we call it as applied research. So where we apply the concept of bulb in these different places, that we call it as applied research. So it is conducted to solve a specific problem or to answer a specific question. So how this bulb can be used in bedroom, how this bulb can be used in living room, how this bulb can be used in study room. So there's a specific answer for these questions, right? The making of that bulb will be different by means of that the light it gives, right? So this kind of research we call it as what? Applied research. What do you mean by action research? Action research is there is any problem in a current situation, I'm going to take an immediate action for that one. Okay, I'm going to plan, I'm going to act, I'm going to observe what is happening, and then I'm going to reflect, and that we call it as what? Action research. So don't get confused with the action research and applied research. Both are different. Both are different. Action research are different, and applied research is different. Clear, learners? Yes. Moving to the next one, I all you know what is fundamental research. This bulb invention is called as the fundamental research. Yes, clear? Yes. So applied research is typically conducted after careful inquiry. What is the inquiry I'm going to do? Okay, I want to set a bulb for a steady room. So what kind of light it needs to have? So many details I have to study. So after doing some collection and analysis of data by means of scientific method, I will give a solution to that problem. And that we call it as applied research. Hope clear? Yes, very good, clear. Yes, moving to the next question. Do the next question. Very easy question. Many a times these topic based question was being asked. Yes, do this one. Yes, do this one. Which type of research encourages participants' perspective? Which type of research encourages participants' perspective? Very good, Atutu, Devanai, Vetrichelvam, Suma, Sudha, Muttamal. Very good, very good. Surabhi. Very good. Sushma. Okay, the right answer for this question is ethnography method. So what do you mean by ethnography method? Ethnography means here I'm going to study about the culture, their lifestyle, their business, how they have been there. All these things I'm going to study, and that we call it as ethnography. So in that I'll be taking care of the participants' perspective. Right, in there I'll be taking care of participant perspective. What do you mean by participant perspective is I want to do a research in a village. So what I'll be doing, I'll be just going to that village. There I'll be having many different peoples will be there. So I want to know about their eating habits. I want to know about their festival culture. I want to know about their business. Everything I want to know, right? So what I'll do, I'll be just going and interacting with every people. So and there I can able to get the perspective of different people about one scenario. Okay, about any kind of thing, they will be narrating that thing to us, and that is called as what? Participant perspective. Here I'll be taking care of each one of their viewpoints. So each one of their viewpoints will be considered, and that we call it as participants perspective, and that is being done under ethnography research. Okay, Elizabeth, I will explain. I'll explain. Yes, clear? Okay, what do you mean by historical research? This I have told many a time. Historical research means this is also like previous thing that has been happened, but it has some kind of historical values. Historical issues will be there. Say example, historical based films, historical based things are all happening, right? And those all comes under the historical research. You can take Ponniyin Selvan film. I used to give the same example because that we can remember very well. So I used to give always Ponniyin Selvan example. Okay. Yes. Clear? Clear? Okay, what do you mean by exegetical research means what? In historical research, if I go, there will be some kind of text will be there, and that text has to be interpreted. That text has to be interpreted, how that interpretation has been done. Okay, and that type of research we call it as exegetical method of research. Exegetical method of research. So I want to understand what that text means. I want to draw a conclusion from what it has been inscripted there. So that kind of things we call it as what? Exegetical method of research. You understand what I am telling you? Yes. So exegetical research means in older temples, in older places, there many things will be there, writings will be there, text will be there. So I have to interpret it based on that text, and that text interpretation we call it as what? Exegetical method. Yes, clear. And as we all know, what is experimental research? Experimental means simple to remember whatever we did our lab exercise in our school days. you can remember very well rather than college, right? In our lab, you would have done some kind of an experiments in the laboratories, chemistry experiments, science experiments would have done. That experiments and all will be under a controlled environment. No disturbance will be there. We'll be doing very carefully the number of things that has been mixed. That's called experimental research. Yes, very good, clear. Yes, the right answer for this question is ethnography research. And again, Elizabeth was been asking me about the Jigjaw strategy. Okay, I'll just give you again the exam, the same thing. Jigjaw strategy means what? Imagine that you are a class teacher. Elizabeth, listen carefully. Imagine that you are a class teacher. You want to make students to learn. So what you are going to do is you are going to divide your whole classroom into groups. How we are going to make them in groups is there are students who are very good in communication. So you make them in a group. There are students who are very good in aptitude skills. You make them in a group. There are students very good in technical knowledge. So you can make them in a group. Technical knowledge can be your domain based knowledge. It will be right. So you can also make them in a group. So each group, right, they'll be very good in communication, aptitude, and technical. But what happens here, this set of people need some kind of knowledge to learn about communication. This aptitude set of people, right? They are not good in communication. So what we can do, I can take a one expert from this group can be sent to this aptitude group, and this expert who is going here, right, and he will go and teach them how to communicate. He'll be tell some kind of things, right? As the students, when they interact each other, they will learn more fast than teaching by the teachers, right? So this expert, the student who goes from this group to this group, he goes here and teaches all the students who are here in the aptitude group communication. Similarly, what I can do, I can take this group of an expert from aptitude group to technical group, and here the people who are there in the technical group will be taught aptitude. And again, same, this technical group, one expert will be sent to this communication group, and there people will learn about the technical aspects. So what happens, the whole class will be known to the other topics where they feel weak. So it's a kind of a cooperative learning. The learners interact with each other, they share their knowledge, so that they do a group work. You understand what I mean? So everyone can come to know about the concepts, and this kind of things we call it as what? Jigjaw strategy. I hope I'm clear, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, am I clear? Yes. Not only Elizabeth, about others also. Those who have joined late. Yes. Okay. Okay. Going to the next question. To this question. To this question, the objective of exploring the existing literature should be to identify which of the following issues. With the objective of exploring the existing literature. Existing literature. This comes under literature review. Should be to identify which of the following issues. Why we are doing literature study? That's a question. The question is about why we do literature review. Thank you, Christy George. Thank you. Read it carefully and then tell. Anandavalli, Sumamurthy, Saumya, very good. Sasi, Munira, very good. Very good. The right answer for this question is option C, that is A, B, D, E. So what is the purpose of doing literature review when you want to address a problem in a research? The main purpose of doing this literature is what is already known about this area. If you want to know what is there already in that topic, to know that one, we have to do literature review. What concepts and theories are relevant to this area? So if I take an area X, right, I want to know about the situation of the current scene with this particular topic. That is first one. And the concepts and theories about this X area. I have to know about the theories which support this X one, and how to get funding for the research. For literature review, there is no relation for funding. Okay, so literature review is about the subject that I'm going to do, so there is no place for doing the funding. No place for doing the funding. So you can obviously eliminate option C, only option C. In all other options, only 3 do not have C option. What are all the significant controversies in this area? Yes, we can know what are all the gaps are there, to that we can go beyond that point. And are there any inconsistencies in the findings of this area? So in the before research, is there any inconsistency? We can take that as a research topic and we can do it further. So these are all the reason for why we do our literature review in research. Yes, very good, very good. Thank you so much. Moving to the next question. In which method of research an independent variable is manipulated with an intent to observe concomitant changes in the dependent variable? Very, very interesting question. Thank you, Elizabeth, ma'am. Thank you. Learners, those who are new to the channel, please kindly do subscribe the channel, like and share with your friends, so that many learners can come to learn of what we are doing regularly in the channel. Yes, very good, very good. The right answer for this question is option 4, experimental method. What do you mean by experimental method? I used to say, whenever we say experimental, there will be a cause and there will be a corresponding effect on that one. So that cause is nothing but what the independent variable, the effect is nothing but what the dependent variable. What is an independent variable? Here I am the cause, right? You are studying with me, you are learning from me, so I am the cause here. As I give you content, you just take it in your mind, and it's been reflected within the learner, right? So the students who are there, right, the student who are there, are call it as what, the effect. So whenever I give you very good questions, the effect on you in the time of examinations will be good. So whenever I give you some questions which will be asked there in an examination, so that you'll be very happy, you'll be doing it correctly. So who is the cause here? I am the cause and you are the effect. So I can learn from you that you have learned from me very properly and you have gained that to 2 marks. So here who is the cause? I am the cause. Independent variable is the cause and is manipulated. So when I give you new questions, different questions which has been asked in the latest examinations, so I manipulate means changing. I'm not taking the traditional question was been asked earlier before. I'm manipulating, I'm changing with the latest pattern question, so that what I can do, I can able to observe the effect on the learners on your side. That is called a dependent variable, and this in research we call it as experimental research. And this research we call it as experimental research. See, understand, in descriptive survey method and all, we cannot manipulate any data. You know why? This example is, you can say, census. If I want to take a census of a nation, right, of a country, I cannot go and change in that family. Already there are 2 children in that family. Can I go back and change one child in that family? No, right? Because it has been already happened. Now I'm just going there, I'm taking the state of art, and that we call it as what? Descriptive survey method, right? I cannot go and change anything there. That is called, you cannot do manipulation there in this one. Here also I cannot do manipulation. Case study also I cannot do manipulation. Ex post fact also I cannot do manipulation, because ex post facto means this has also been already happened. I'm just going now, taking the data, I'm just doing the analysis. That's called ex post facto. Case study also already happened. I'm going deep into the concept. I'm exploring things which are there inside. So in the above three methods, I cannot do manipulation. Here the keyword is this manipulation. I cannot change anything which has been already happened. But in experimental things, what I can do, I can change my method. If somebody tells me, ma'am, this can be done, means I will change my question style, right? I can give you some more difficult question, or I can give you some more easy question. And that thing we call it as what? Manipulation. So when the effect will be reflected at the time of your examination. So at the time of your examination, you'll be doing good because the questions I've given, trained to you was very, very difficult, or the latest pattern questions I have trained you. Based of that questions, you would have done very well in your examination. So I am the cause, you are the effect. You understand? Because of the manipulation I do in the experiment. I hope clear. Moving to the next question. And those learners who wish to take study paper 1 for the upcoming June 2024, and also for the set examinations which is going to be there for MH set, you can join our complete course of UGC net set paper 1. Here we do it in Unified Study app, and also we do for computer science paper 2 also in Unified Study app. You can just visit the Unified Study website for more details. Here we give the foundation course, and we are giving the mock test for every week. So in the mock test, you will be get to explore to many different types of questions, so that you will be trained to have the questions. Those learners who are missing by 2 marks, 4 marks, 6 marks, 10 marks and all, here you can try this mock test, so that you will be get practice to do many different varieties of questions, so that though you have good concept in your mind, right, when attending the question you may get wrong. That's because of the lack of practice. So by doing your practice, definitely you can get clear in your June 2024 examinations, right? And this is the subscription details regarding the UGC net paper 1 and paper 1 paper 2 combo. Okay, this is the subscription details, and this will be for till the time of your examination, right? And if you want more details, in the description we have given the app link and the website link. You can kindly visit, and you can get the subscription for the upcoming June 2024 examination. Going to the next question. Whenever I give you questions, right, kindly try to do it. This will be a kind of a revision for the learners, so please kindly do that one. The right answer for the question: statement based question. Sample size or qualitative research vary by technique but are generally large. Read the question carefully and then do. Yes. The right answer for this question is option true. Option 2. Both are said to be false. Both are said to be false. Yes. How? Sample sizes of qualitative research vary by technique but are generally large. So there we have a concept of a quantitative research and a qualitative research. In research, we have two types of things that we call quantitative, and another one is qualitative. What do you mean by quantity? Quantity means numbers, right? So whenever we have the analysis in terms of numbers, right, the representation will be in terms of numbers, and that we call quantitative research. Whenever we have the interpretation in terms of words, right, then we call it as qualitative research. Here I usually give the example of village example. If you want to know about the people of that village, you directly go there, interact with them. So through their words, you collect data and do your analysis. But in terms of quantitative research, what I'll be doing, I'll be giving you questionnaire, you will be filling it out, and I will be converting it to into any terms of analysis tool. There I will put, say example, SPSS,R or Python I'll be putting, and I'll be doing the analysis where everything will be in terms of numbers, and that research we call quantitative research. So in quantitative research, the sample size that I take, right, will be always large, will be always larger. But in case of qualitative research, the sample size can be small. Why? Because if I want to know about the village people, the whole strength of the village is only 600. I can know it's a very small number. But when you take a quantitative research, it will be usually in terms of thousands, 10,000, lakhs only the numbers will be. So compared to qualitative size, the quantitative sample size will be usually large. So this statement is said to be false. Yes, qualitative research involves probability sampling. Whenever I do quantitative research, the sampling I select, right, that involves probability sampling. Tomorrow we'll having questions from this probability and non-probability, and I also tell you. And the qualitative research takes non-probability sampling. What do you mean by probability? Probability means selecting the people from a whole population. So how I select? I can select either by probability method or non-probability method. Here in qualitative research, when I go to a village, I select people that I can select to my convenience. I can select who are convenience to the known one. I can do my research. That's called non-probability. Probability means I can, and everyone will be getting an equal chance, and that can be applied in the quantitative research method. Non-probability can be applied in the qualitative research method. Here what they have given, qualitative research involves probability sampling. This is false, and this is also false because of the size of the data set. Yes, clear learners? Yes, clear? Yes? Okay. Now we are going to the last section of this class, this week class. Tomorrow we'll be having the next part of the research question, and this is the question for tomorrow. What is the expansion of AICTE and when it has been established and when it has attained the statutory status? Okay, this is the question for today's class. You can write it in the comment section. I hope you would have liked the class, liked the session, and share with your friends so that we can learn together. So give the expansion of AICTE in the comment section along with which year it has been established and in which year it has attained the status of statutory. Okay, these three answers I need for the today's session. Okay, if you want to know about the yesterday's question, we can go there. So every week we'll be giving answers for the questions. So tomorrow's class, we will start with the answer with the question, and the next part of research questions we will be doing. Those who like to take the subscriptions of paper one can join the course by visiting the Unified Study website. Okay, yes, any doubts you can put it in the comment section. I will answer. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Yes, Atatu, please kindly put it in the comment section. Okay. Yes. Yes, so that others also can know what we are discussing. If you put it in the chat, no one will know. But if you put it in the comment section only, people will come to know what we are discussing so that it will be useful to them also. Okay. Thank you so much. Tata. Bye.